Okay, this is Weather Outlook, and I'm Fred. This is your update for Wednesday, June 4th. In the beginning of this broadcast, I will talk about some conditions that are hitting the United States, and especially in Pennsylvania, for some of us today and tomorrow, if it comes to breathing. And just a reminder, www.weather-outlook.com. It's free. Go to the front page, right-hand corner with the dots, the lines that are up there. Click that, and it'll bring the table of contents up for you. Now, this is particles of dust and debris that comes off of the African continent from the over the deserts in the Middle East, and it's now worked its way through the Caribbean and getting close to Florida, and this is, another thing that would cause some breathing problems, some odd sky, looking in the sky. But again, people that have asthma and things like that should be aware of it because, again, this isn't good to breathe in. So this is the Sahara dust. There's a high pressure system, so it's bringing it up and under and then around. And then you got this on a low pressure system up in Canada, bringing it down and towards Pennsylvania. And we're not covering Minnesota and stuff that have the problem, but it does get into Pennsylvania. And today there's a code orange that they have released out there for breathing in particles, especially in the afternoon. It's not in the morning, as the sun's rising, but the ozone and everything has something to do with it. But the afternoon is a period where you really should be careful today. And then tomorrow, as you'll see in the next picture. Now, this is the air quality, and as you can see, southeastern PA, Jersey, and northeastern PA, and some sections up here towards Bradford are under code orange. The code yellow isn't as severe, but you can see this is from the dust, and this is from the smoke. So the eastern half of the United States. Okay, now let me try to explain this to you. These are the areas in Pennsylvania. This is your current air, which is code orange. It'll go up a little bit in the afternoon, and if you look all the way over, tomorrow's forecast will be a little bit better air quality. So if you go down the map, you can see here's Erie, Indiana, Johnstown. Here's the Lehigh Valley, but it was 64 currently, but it will go to 101, okay, which would be in code orange. And tomorrow, even 80, but it's a little moderate, but it's not as bad as today. If we move this thing a little further south here, you can see here, here is all the other, it's some other areas like State College, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. Wilkes-Barre is pretty high, 85, Pittsburgh, 84. But if you go to Philadelphia, you can see it's a 101. And again, that's code orange, so that's poor air quality because of the smoke. And if I go a little bit further south here, look down towards the Susquehanna Valley. It's a 101 also, which would be code orange, so not good air quality down there. So, just keep that in mind. The air quality is not all the best. And now, if you're in Jersey, it's not good. You can see lots of areas in Jersey. Overall, it's a code orange in New Jersey. We even have higher readings in Jersey than we do in Pennsylvania. Even the Delaware water gap is a 90, which is pretty high. But a lot of areas in New Jersey are under code orange, so very smoky out there. It'll make for a great sunset if you have a chance to watch it tonight. Now, these are your temperatures this afternoon on Wednesday. You can see they're all gotten into the 80s. Maybe some of the higher elevations are still in the upper 70s, but very warm temperatures, mid 80s along the I-95 corridor here. Same thing out by Pittsburgh. Precipitation at this time is not there, but it's going to be coming. Now, I'm going to show you this because it makes it interesting. Here's your 12 o'clock temperatures, and you can see 70s and 80s. But watch out towards Erie, how this frontier begins to make itself feel. Now here, this is the afternoon. Temperatures have hit the high 80s out here by Pittsburgh. Might even see a 90. Same thing in eastern PA and the Susquehanna Valley. Very warm tomorrow. It's like summer. Some 90s out here by New York City. Precipitation, as you can see, is beginning to be felt, and that's why these thunderstorms have lowered the temperature, as you can see right here. There you can see the line. Now it begins to move to the east, but this is towards nightfall. This is around 8 o'clock, and you can see temperatures out here, 60s, and where the storms didn't hit, 70s. And again, at 8 o'clock Thursday night, there's your reflection of what the storms are. And again, they stayed pretty much out here. Here's your thunderstorms and some lighter stuff, and then more thunderstorms up there. Now, we move this ahead, the radar, as we get, you'll see it doesn't quite make it to the east. It kind of keeps sliding there. But then as we get into Friday afternoon, it makes a little bit move towards the east, and you can see there's thunderstorms that popped up. Now, this is around supper time. You can see Pittsburgh thunderstorms out here, some thunderstorms near Tuna. You got some showers up here in the Poconos, and they begin to put their act together a little bit here around 8 o'clock in the evening on Friday. So it's cloudy out there, and that's reflected in the temperatures because of the clouds. And as you can see, some 60s up here in the northwest, 70s to the east. Still a little warm in central Jersey and towards Philly, just because they didn't get any clouds and didn't get any precipitation yet. That'll change. And then as we move this out a little bit further into nighttime hours, this is around 3 o'clock in the morning. There's some steadier rain moving in towards Pittsburgh out in the west. There's some thunderstorms knocked out in front of it above Williamsport towards Towanda, starting to move east. And then this whole thing continues to slide. Now this is around 5 in the morning. There's 6 in the morning. There's 7 in the morning. And you can see thunderstorms are breaking out in a lot of areas, and the rain has moved to the east by 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and then it starts to move, keep going. There's 10 o'clock, and you can still see some scattered thunderstorms, even out here in western PA, and some more showers along the line. And this whole thing moves to the east, and as we go in the afternoon, the thunderstorms become more severe and more heavier in the east, and there's still some scattered ones out in western PA. And temperatures at this point in time in the afternoon on Saturday reflect the weather. Here's temperatures to the north, even 50s up here by Bradford, 60s for the most part, some 70s in the valleys. To the southeast, again, temperatures in the 70s, but you don't see no 90s in Delaware, Jersey, or southeastern PA. It's cooled off a lot there. So that's your deal for that. And you're out look for some Saturday or Sunday, I should say, 80s, mid 80s, low 80s in the east, southeast, south central, 70s elsewhere, and there could even be a few showers along the southern part of the state, and that's about it on Sunday. All right, that's your forecast. Take it easy and breathe safe. Be careful out there.